Hey everybody. Hi. Thank you so much for tuning in and thank you. Welcome to my channel. This is Marie with Wrap It Up Gifts and More. Um I just wanted to come in and just have a little story time while I am preparing. uh I guess this is going to be a wrap for my cake box concepts. The string, well, not string, the ribbon that came with it had best wishes on there. Now, I just thought that was a little weird to put best wishes for Mother's Day. However, let me tell you something. Something that I don't know why I'm going this route with. I'm talking because it's Mother's Day and we're preparing. I guess I better start working while I'm talking, right? But Mother's Day weekend, things that some people don't really tell you about what it is to be a mother or motherhood. First of all, it never stopped. I ain't know that. Which is like kind of retarded, right? Because um I still consult with my mother. I still talk to her about things that bother me, and I know she be worried about me about some things, um and my belated mother-in-law, you know, my kid's grandmother. I've been with her for 24 years in my life, and so she's no longer with us. However, still with her. I still will talk to her. My aunts, I will talk to them. They're not my mother, however, they are still considered mother figures. And, you know, um, to have a mother in your life and alive and well is something definitely you don't take for granted. But I want to talk about what it means for me to have a mother. I want to talk about what it's like to be a mother. Things that nobody really talk about. Not often. And honestly, I'm finna I'm not going to complain about it. However, I'm just going to say it's a job that you ain't prepared for. Not one bit. Especially when you have multiple kids, because not one of them is the same. They all different. All of them. All of them. They all different. And they all have different personalities, you know, and each person requires different treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't handle one the same way as the other. One kid can take criticism, the other kid can't take criticism. One kid you automatically know ain't gonna do shit. Oh, I'm just saying, look, I'm keeping it real. So you have to handle them a different way. And then you have one kid that you know that's going to do a lot of things and tired wear themselves out because they won't stop doing stuff because either it's in their personality to not, make mom upset, or it's just the way that they are. You have one kid that talk a whole lot. And you may have a kid that don't talk hardly at all. One kid that talk, you don't even know what the heck they talking about, but you just be happy they're talking. They talking to you. Because some parents have kids that don't even want to have a conversation with them. And a couple of years ago, I had made a video because I thought I was being innovative by using the acronym FTK. Oh my goodness. I really, really wish that I went ahead and made shirts, and like I said I was going to do, because now people driving around with license plates saying FTK and all that. Listen, okay, so this is another this is a backstory. So one time, we had a Christmas Eve gathering, and one of our assistant pastors was there, and he was, was really good friends. And I say was because he's no longer with us, but he was an amazing person, Pastor White. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking, and I'm telling him about the time when I took, well, it was like a recent time when I took the kids to an arcade place or whatever. And I'm thinking I'm doing a spectacular thing for them. I'm taking them out to, have fun, have a great outing. They got to play all they wanted. They got to eat all they wanted. And I'd be doggone. We get home. They asking, can I order pizza? And I'm thinking like, didn't y'all just eat pizza and hot dogs and hamburgers? And I'm telling you, the choices that they could order was endless. Now here's the thing. And I should have known. I should have known when we were there. What they really wanted was like the slushies, the cake pops, little stupid stuff like that, right? I'm tired, okay? I wasn't thinking. What I should have did was make them eat. Like, to eat, I should have ordered. So I ordered the pizza. Two of them had cheese fries. But I knew that was not enough. Okay, I had 6 kids with me at that time. 4 mine and 2 were their little cousins or whatever. And we get home, they so mad because I told them, you better get something out the refrigerator, because we didn't spend the money, all the money, playing games, having fun, eating all the junk that they wanted, because I didn't think about them actually making sure they was eating enough food. They had cake, pops, cake, pies, slushies, ice cream, sundaes. I mean, they had to hook up. But they ain't no real food. Well, anyway, so I was telling, Pastor, I said, and it dawned on me. FTK. I said, you could say forgive, fine, finish, whatever F, whatever F you want to put in there, but that T is the, and the K is kids. But my F, yeah, I know it. I know what my F is, the 4-letter word. And he said, Sister King, wherever, he said, wherever grape you got in that cup, you don't need not a vine, not a grape, not a strawberry, not a nothing. What is in your cup? Baby, I wasn't drinking. I wasn't drinking. That was real. That was my real truth. My real true thought at that time, and sometimes now, FTK, because kids, they just pull. Kids are not the same like when we were younger. Hell, when you tell them to go outside, they think you punishing them. Our punishment was to stay in the house. We couldn't go outside and play all day. I mean, yeah, we couldn't go outside and play all day. We wanted to. When the lights come on, we have to come on that porch or come in the house. We didn't want to, but we had to. These kids. I'm not just talking about my own, because they a little older now, but still, they don't be wanting to go. They don't want to go and play outside. They kids, they just want to stay in the house. When you present opportunities for kids to make money, FTK, they don't want to do nothing. Remember when you was happy when your grandmama and your grandpa would give you $1 to sweep the porch off? Psst. Now, you need more than $1 now. So I'll give you $5 to sweep the porch off. Why the heck do it take 10 hours for it to get done? This is the part of motherhood that nobody talk about. Man, I am not complaining. I'm just explaining that motherhood is not for the weak. It is not for the weak. And to all of you basket making mothers who are doing this to help supplement your income, I pray that your children understand why you're doing what you're doing. Any work that you're doing, I pray that your children understand why you're doing what you're doing so they can be comfortable and they could live a good life. And I pray that your kids also want to help you do work. I'm praying that my kids continue to help me want to do work. So, yeah, that's the part of the motherhood part that I wanted to talk about. It's a job that nobody prepare you for, and it's a forever university. Okay, you are forever learning new skills, new way of doing things, because at the end of the day, not everything is the same for everybody. You know, people, if you have a child that's challenging, people would be like, you whoop they butt. No, because they don't work. They don't work all the time. It don't work because, to me, my personal opinion, that when you do that, you projecting your anger out on the child. It's not correcting them. That's just me. People, to each his own or whatever, but I never really liked that technique. But anyway, I don't really think that that's the reason why I came on when I said story time to talk about the kids. I think I just probably just end up going that way because it was Mother's Day. But this is what I really wanted to tell y'all. I went to Dollar General today. And I haven't been to this location in a while, a long time. And it was not a good, pleasant situation. So, let me tell you. So, Dollar General, they're very understaffed, okay? But at this one particular one, it was completely understaffed. There was one woman working in that store. And it was a couple. It was a white couple. They went to the counter. They was there for about 5 minutes, standing there, and then I hear the husband saying, hello, hello, is anybody here? Does the self checkout work? Is the self checkout working? Hello. So the cashier the only lady that was there, the only worker, she comes up and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just had to step away. Um, I'm the only one here." And then the wife, she said, "Oh, it's no problem. I just wanted to know." Now she was talking loud. She wasn't yelling. She was talking loud because they were kind of far away because the cashier, she wasn't all the way at the register yet. I just wanted to know, was it a self checkout? I could check my own stuff out. I don't understand what the cashier heard the lady say. What took her off? I have no idea. Next thing you know, the lady, the cashier, she was like, "I'm gonna need you to put quiet your voice. Excuse me, if I'm the only person working here, I'm going to need you to settle down, or you can leave my store and not get cashed out at all." And I'm like, what the? Why she have to, baby? Next thing you know, them two ladies going at it, and then here goes the cashier, the black girl, gonna tell this woman, "I do not appreciate your white privilege. That white privilege does not work here. You need to go somewhere with that. That ain't gonna work here. You got to go. I'm not ringing you out." And it was getting worse. And I'm just standing there. I'm like, oh my God. And I had to tell myself, "Marie, please mind your business." And I couldn't. Because you know why? I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed because what did white privilege have to do with anything? Why was she felt like she needed to call the woman prejudice? The black lady, she had an attitude. She was the one who got smart. She said some other stuff. I can't remember verbatim, okay? But she was out of order. And I'm like, I stand for what was right. And so I couldn't take it anymore. So I walked up and I told the woman, but the white woman, because she started to get a little bit, she was cussing at that woman. And I'm like, oh Lord, I think they're about to swing on each other. So the woman told her husband to get the hell away from her. And I said, oh yeah, they gonna fight. Let me go. So I went up there. I said, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry. She's wrong. You're right. Okay, that's enough. It's enough. Okay, I can't take no more. It's time to go." And she was like, thank you so much. Thank you for agreeing with me." I said, "No, it's not the fact that I'm agreeing with you. It's what's right and what's wrong, okay? And this right here, this arguing and all that yelling and stuff, that's not right." So I just put my hand on her shoulder real gently. I said, "It's going to be okay." And she said, "Thank you." And she turned around and left right on out the store. And I'm thinking in my head, "Lord, please let this cashier ring me out," because I was happy to have got my little 80-cent blanket. I had about I had about 10 of them. And then it was another lady, which this a whole nother story. I was being messy in her conversation. She was talking to her daughter, and it was so funny because when I was at the register, and she said, "Hey, ma'am," she was talking to me. She was like, "You leaving too early. You leaving stuff on the shelf. You need to come see this." And I went back and I said, "Wait a minute, I know you." And she said, "I know you too." So anyway, we found out that we did know each other and that we have a mutual friend. But anyway, it was the most pleasant conversation, and it was wonderful. So yeah, so she showed me some picture frames. Well, My hope was to sell those picture frames for Mother's Day. However, that wasn't cracked when I bought them. I don't know what happened in between the transition from a home to from the store to my home. They cracked. It's one pane of each. It was like a gathering. I put them in the garage, so I will show y'all. But yeah, it's cracked. However, I do have this. I bought that. Yeah, I'm gonna sell it just like I'm gonna sell it just like that. On the table. So I just wanted to get on because I ain't had a long talk in a while, and also I just wanted to show you all because I could not use that best wishes ribbon to go on this box. I made these. I made 8 of them. I got 2 of them. I don't have nothing else. Well, I do have other stuff to put in, but I just didn't know what to put in it. So this is what I put in here. And this one that I'm working on. When I moved, I had a big box of paparazzi jewelry. And I'm like, I don't know how I forgot that I still had a bunch of left over because for a moment I was selling paparazzi jewelry and I had no idea I had that many. So I have some of the window boxes have earrings and bracelets and rings in there. What's the point of keeping it? I'm getting rid of it. Absolutely. So I just wanted to see how this would work because I went to Michael's to see if I can find a big spool of ribbon. And of course, they only had them little bitty ones for $5, and I wasn't with that. So I was like, Lord, tell me what to do. So I got these. Hopefully, it turned out right. So I ain't practiced this, so I'm doing this blindly to see how it turned out. And honestly, even if it ain't the best looking situation, I think I'm just gonna keep it like this because I thought about it. It's too late to try to do the little cute Bobo balloons like the bad girl she is. Well, I'm not gonna say bad. The amazing artist, Terkesa Wilson. She's amazing with the Bobo balloons and creating gifts with putting on top. I don't have enough time to do that. I did create some. Oh man, I wish. Well, let me show you right quick. It's not exactly like this, but it was similar. I did make a bouquet where I had put it in the some aluminum foil with the dry foam, and I stuck it and I made a really cute bouquet, and it actually would have been real pretty. It would have been really, really pretty sitting on top of that box like that, you know? But my thing is, if I put all of them like that, traveling from home to, how would I stack them? How would I put them in there? Luckily, the move that we made, that we moved, is the spot that I sell in is actually like a 34 miles away. And so at the time I would either have to have a U-Haul truck to put everything in there, and it was just too much. Yeah, so that's pretty. I do have enough flowers to put them out. Maybe I'll just do a couple of them with the flower on top. But anyway, but what I was saying was maybe I'll just leave these here with the, if I do the flower and put them on top, leave them here, go to our destination, which is now like 10 miles, not far at all, and then have somebody come back and grab them and pick them up. I don't know. Just want to try to make this the most easiest transition, easiest move, because that was definitely a lot. Doing Christmas, then going into Easter. No, wait. I skipped the whole holiday. Going from Christmas to the cold, disrespectful Valentine's Day weather, and then immediately getting ready for Easter. And it was great. We did have some rainy days, but it wasn't too bad. But the issue is that we were moving during that time, and baby, when I tell you, we could not hardly turn around. It was a little bit. So wait, what y'all think? Maybe I should add another little piece right here so the ribbon could be bigger. Yeah, I gotta do that. But I'm so happy. I'm so thankful for this move, for this opportunity. And I'm so thankful and happy for the opportunity to be going out vending and serving the community. And let me tell y'all something. Don't worry about if somebody want to park up against you or next to you, because Sarah Jakes had did a sermon, and I'm talking, it's almost 30 minutes. I really hope I'm still keeping y'all attention. If you made it this far, I thank you for listening to me. But Sarah Jakes, she had did a sermon. It was called I Am Good Seed. And I do have a page on Facebook and Instagram, I Am Good Seed, because I'll talk about that later. But anyway, no, let me tell you. See, I like that because I have a personal acronym: Speak Encouragement Every Day. See, but anyway, no, but in that sermon, she said she was talking about Chick-fil-A and Burger King and how and McDonald's, and how Chick-fil-A ain't losing no sleep, because McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell, they all open, and Chick-fil-A want to close. They still do that thing on business, right? Their motto or their catchphrase is my pleasure. They aim to give you pleasure. This is what she said, and I always stick with this, and I will never forget it, and this is how I feel. When your service have a mission, there is no competition. What's your mission? What is your mission to selling gifts besides making money? I mean, like, yeah, we all know that, right? But really, I didn't realize how much street vending was a ministry. I did not know how much you actually serve your community. Oh. I just got a little emotional about that. I don't know why. I just hate that. But no, really, when I'm out there and people will be like, I thank you so much for being out here. In our community, we have 2 close Walmarts, okay? They don't ever have nothing. They don't have nothing. And we don't even like going there. We don't like going to those Walmarts. And so I lived across the bridge. A lot of people in the area that I live now go across the bridge to shop at Walmart, because the ones in our area don't have nothing. And the people in there do the most. They be having videos of employees getting mad because they didn't got fired, knocking stuff all down. So embarrassing. It's yeah. We St. Louis, Ferguson, Florissant. They have videos going viral of their employees or people, shoppers in there doing the most. So a lot of people don't go in there, but there are people who do shop there because they have to. They don't have the means to go out, or they're elderly. They don't want to do all that traveling, or it's just really a big inconvenience to go all across the world when you can go right in your neighborhood. But anyway, what I'm saying is that when you're out there, your mission is to serve the people because they really need you. Yeah, it's last minute shopping, and that is what makes it great. It's because you are there to help them make somebody else's day. So when you out there, check your mission. Help be a blessing out there, helping somebody else make somebody else's day great. Okay. All right, that's enough talking. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good evening or morning, whatever time of the day that you're watching. And if I don't talk to you from now until Sunday, all you mothers, mother figures, grandmothers, great grandmothers, aunties, godmamas, teachers, bonus moms, have a great and wonderful, blessed Mother's Day. And I hope that you are appreciated and honored, and even better, appreciate and honor yourself for what you do to help and bless somebody else. All right. Good night. Bye.